Tech sheet. In this movie, we're going to take a look at the tech sheet. It's important to note that until you're familiar with the program, it is best not to make any changes in the tech sheet. Okay, to access the tech sheet, click Settings and click Tech Sheet. Here we have the warning text about making changes to this part of the program, and it is essential that we follow this advice. If changes are being made to the tech sheet and you want those changes to apply to every future quote that is produced, then the changes will need to be made and saved in your program's master file. That way, when you produce a quotation, unless you decide to go into the master file again in the future and adjust them again, those changes will be available in each quotation that's produced. On the tech sheet, we can adjust the location of where client files are saved when generated. If this is something that we want to do, we click in the Location for Saved Files yellow box. A window opens. Now we navigate to the location on our machine where we want our files to be saved. Click OK. The file path is now in the yellow box, and this is where the program will save the files to. It is important this is done correctly, or the program will not be able to generate and save new quotations. The tech sheet also contains the settings for each of the pricing sections. As we scroll down, we can see that the pricing sections are listed, and they contain yellow boxes. These yellow boxes contain the default settings for the way the program calculates. For example, the default setting for the length of a profile in the site setup is 1.5 linear meters. We could change this in the tech sheet if we wanted. The same applies to each of the yellow boxes that can be found here in the tech sheet. This is why it's so important to make sure you're 100% sure about what you're doing. The program calculates the costs for the work based on the settings within the tech sheet. So whilst Easy Price Pro will not prevent you from adjusting them if you do things in a different way, please just bear in mind that making an error in the tech sheet could create problems. Many of the settings in the tech sheet can be adjusted in the user-friendly pictures on the pricing sheet that are accessed by clicking on the red question marks. This can be a much more foolproof way to make changes, as the visual reference ensures that you're clear about what the program is referring to. If changes are made to the tech sheet and you want to keep them, remember to click Save. If you make an error when adjusting the tech sheet and have not clicked Save, then you can close the program down without saving, and the changes that you have made will not take effect. Remember, the settings in the tech sheet affect the location of where files are saved and the way the program calculates. So it is important to be very certain about the changes you're going to make before carrying them out. If you're not 100% sure about what you're doing, please contact the support desk via phone or email.